guest last week. Good job, Diya.
Yeah, Diya was tech support last week. Did a great job. Okay.
You did, though. I was really glad you were here because I didn't know what the empty folder thing meant.
It was hilarious because you guys recorded me and I heard myself on the phone.
No way.
I did. And then
That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I'd like to welcome everybody, all our loyal listeners here, there, and everywhere, to this, the 40th episode
Whoa!
of Dinner with Dan. I'm Dan Garris, your podcast host. We are recording on Friday, July 3rd, 2026, from a very hot and very humid historic district in Dayton, Ohio, known as Five Oaks. It's been 5 straight days above 90 degrees, with feels like temp in those 5 days of triple digits. I think the highest field like that I saw on TV was 108.
Woo.
And I think it was 103 today. So hopefully we'll get a little break here. Tonight is a very bittersweet episode for us. Bitter because it is the last episode where our beloved Diya will be at the table. But sweet because she's here with us tonight for one last episode before this Sunday when she begins her journey around the world, at least back to India.
Not quite in 80 days.
Not quite in 80 days. But so that's why we're recording on Friday, even though we won't drop this until Monday. It's a going away to Diya special and tears for everyone. At the table tonight, we have regulars Nan Whaley and Sam Braun back from their excused absence to Washington, D.C. last Sunday. Diya, Paul Duncan Robinson, still thinking about doing Southbound. It's not too late. Kate Evans, and it has been reported my son Eddie is in the house. He's in the basement with 150 cloves of garlic hanging from the ceiling drying. Vampires need not come to my address.
To 232.
To 232. And so anyhow, so what's for dinner tonight?
Okay.
It is cold salads tonight because it is so hot. We have a beet salad that Nan and Sam made with beets from their garden. It looks delicious. We have a pasta salad that I made with corn and tomatoes and basil. We have watermelon and egg salad and chicken salad and potato salad and a couple of things from Aunt Dorothy.
Aunt Dorothy, she's so good.
She does such a good job. And then we have some fine French cheese, right, Sammy?
So we have a Roquefort, we have a Saint-Angel, we have a Port Salut, and we have a Brie.
Nice.
And a French baguette.
And yes, with a French baguette. We have a Moet champagne. Some of us are drinking Cure Royales, which is cassis mixed with champagne. It's a standard French cocktail. It's like my go-to aperitif that you find at every bar in France. And then we also have a bottle of Médoc open and a Saint-Emilion on deck if we need it. So,
Where's the Médoc from? Médoc?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bordeaux.
And then for dessert, I ordered 2 pecan pies from Sunnyland Farms in Georgia that arrived. So they are out there because pecan, not pecan, pecan pie, I have learned is Diya's favorite. So I got 2 of them. So
She gonna take it back with her, Dan?
well,
Do you expect her to put it in her pockets or something?
well, no, but I figured, we would eat some tonight and then she could take the rest down for whatever
Good idea.
they're doing tomorrow at the Ann Charles Watts Experience and have some pecan pie. So that comes from Sunnyland Farms in Georgia, and I also ordered their gluten-free banana bread for Frank, my gluten-free son. An interesting note about Sunnyland Farms in Georgia, they are actually based in Lancaster, Ohio. They were a company that was created in Lancaster, Ohio. They kept corporate there. Now, the farms are down in Georgia where their plant is, but all the corporate people have stayed loyal Buckeyes.
How interesting.
Because the first time I ordered something, it was in January, and I asked him how the weather was. And she said, well, it's about 2 below zero. And I go, in Georgia? And she said, I'm in Lancaster, Ohio. And I'm like, what? So then she explained to me, yeah, the farms and the process where we make the stuff's in Georgia, but it was started in Lancaster, and we kept it there. And interesting note, Lancaster, Ohio, is the hometown of William Tecumseh
So
Sherman,
Sherman.
I was going to say it.
who had a little bit to do with the history of Georgia. So anyhow, we're going to move on from that.
They have a great wall with the picture of Sherman painted on the side of it in Lancaster.
In
It's very
Lancaster.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there. Of course.
So, Nan, what did you do this week?
Well, as I mentioned, we had excused absence. We were in D.C. last weekend, and Sam and I did something that we haven't done I hadn't done for 32 years, and that was we took a college tour of Georgetown.
Do what?
We took a college tour of Georgetown University, and so we did the official tour with my nephew Teddy, and had a great time. And enjoyed.
Is there onions in this beet salad?
Oh yes, there's a little onions. Don't eat it, Dan. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay.
You can eat around,
You can probably
you can eat around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the beets. And there's blue cheese in it. And then I worked all week. I mean, I think I had a fundraiser Wednesday. Just worked like a lot all week. I'm trying to think. And Thursday we had a going away party last night for Diya. This is the week of Diya. So everybody on Wroe Avenue went to Beaver Creek to say goodbye.
That's all right. Good.
And then we all sat together in Beaver Creek, which was interesting.
I branched out a little before I came back to the road.
Oh, you did? I didn't. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was sitting behind you.
oh, nice.
All right.
I was really only
Other
interested.
people.
Paul was there too. I was only interested in the Wroe people. And then today I went to brunch with Farrah Smith and Nicole Miller because their birthdays are a week apart and they both turned 50. And so I took them to brunch today.
The 50 Club.
Yeah, so they're the same age as us. Dan, do you want some other salads?
Yeah.
There's chicken salad, egg salad, pasta salad, all kinds of very good salads.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so that was my week, I think. Sam probably remembers other things we did, but that was the big tour de force, I think, there.
Well, what else did you do when you were in D.C.?
Well, we left at Saturday morning. We left Dayton at 7:30.
Quick.
We came back Sunday night, and I can also report that Sam's bad travel luck is over because the flights worked great. And so I think for the past 6 months, traveling with Sam has not gone well. I've traveled fine by myself.
Wait. Only coming home.
Yeah, it still didn't go
We
well.
never had issues getting there.
But you guys, Rodell drove us back from his house. He lives in the Palisades to to DC Airport, which is a 10-minute drive. He got lost not once but twice. Made it a 35-minute drive because he never drives, and we had to tell him how to get there. We almost missed our flight home. That's how bad Sam's travel juice is right now. So, but we did fine.
There's hardly anything you can do about it. Somebody who lives in their city and can't find.
I know. We were like, "Do you need some help?" We turned on the GPS for him to get him there. So we got him there. So Saturday we went to Georgetown. We went to the American History Museum. It was near the mall where the state fair, I'm using quotes, that state fair, where all I saw were empty tents. Just empty tents on the mall.
Tour bus.
Yeah. And just like Teddy noticed when we were in the American History Museum, there were a lot of people with MAGA hats. And so we didn't venture any further into the mall. And then we went to dinner with my friend Sarah and her husband, had a nice dinner. And then Sunday, I had let Sam pick the restaurant in Georgetown. So we had a lunch at a French restaurant. And then,
Fantastic.
and then Italian dinner. And then, so,
Was it not fantastic?
it was very good. They didn't have any eggs and we were supposed to be going for brunch, but otherwise it was great. And then,
You can get bacon and eggs anywhere.
also Thursday at the Diya party, I sat there for maybe 60, 70 minutes, but it was so hot I had 3 Miller Lights. It was so hot.
So you didn't drink any beer at all?
Yeah, I didn't drink anything. You're right. That was a lot for me. But yeah, so I mean, we're only there for 37 hours. What was really cool is, like I was telling folks this week, is Teddy's 17. So when we see him in Cincinnati, he doesn't have time for us. But since he was in D.C. and that doesn't know anyone, we spent the whole time, and that was really great. He's a great kid. I'm really proud to know him and be a part of his life, and like really smart, and but also like
Georgetown a real contender?
he likes Georgetown. I'm happy to report that the mission accomplished, y'all. He likes Georgetown better than Notre Dame, and I thought he was maybe just saying that for me, but he wasn't. So it had to do with the bathrooms.
I think he'll definitely apply there.
Yeah. Well, Georgetown's got this great deal that if you apply and you get into undergrad, you get to apply to the law school as a junior without taking the LSAT
That is nice.
to Georgetown Law. So they give you a leg up to get to the law school, which he really liked. But he's also looking at UVA. We're taking him, I'm sorry, Dan, to Michigan September 28th. We're taking, and then Sam and I are in charge of that one. UVA, Dartmouth, Brown, and the University of Miami, because the ladies, he said.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Oh, and he picked up a girl on the tour.
Yes, he picked up, you guys. Okay, this kid. Okay, so we come to the tour, and she's the cute as a button girl. And she's with her grandpa, and they're like looking at the map, and we're like, oh, we're going to the, tour too. So like they kind of walk to us, oh, where you're from? I'm from, we're from Dallas area. Oh yeah, we have family in Denton, da 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 da. So we go and do listen to the tour, and then the girl comes up and says to Teddy, like, because you went, like they had in the auditorium, they had a really good speaker, a 45-minute speech about like the schools, and then they had student tour guides. Comes up to Teddy and says, which tour guide are you going to go? And Teddy's like, oh, I don't know. I need to talk. Because Teddy is like also like his dad, like very smart, like, first to ask a question in a group of 150 people, goes down to see the guy that's in admissions to have a conversation.
First to ask
a question. Like, any questions? Like, has a question. Not shy, like.
Yeah.
You know what we call them in van work?
What?
Kiss asses.
Well, that's how you get into schools, so.
Yeah, but
It works because none of these kids give eye contact anymore. So that's a way to,
that's right.
I mean, that's the challenge. So you give eye contact, you're like good to go. I mean, that's a big problem right now. So anyway, so the girl comes up to Teddy and it's like, which tour guide? And he's like, oh, I don't know, just kind of playing it cool. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Well, we end up we got on the last tour because we were wait. And she's in that tour. So we're on the tour. They barely talk the whole tour. And then at the end, she's like, can I get like your Snap or Insta? And so like and I was like, what's just happening here? Teddy has picked up a woman on the tour.
He's Gaston.
He's pretty good. No, she wasn't a prostitute, and she was also,
He's
She
not
was the
35.
appropriate age.
yeah, she was the same age as Teddy,
Right.
and she wasn't being trained to be a prostitute. Two big differences.
That was for when we talk about the movie later. Okay, Sam, you're up.
I think you got it covered. We were going to scoop some algae for you, but I wasn't confident in how quickly our friends could bail us out.
They indicted that guy.
I know.
The Olympian.
What did he do?
They said he tore it, and so they indicted him.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
claim you.
it's a 10-year possible sentence.
Vandal, and that vandalized it.
Probably bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dia, This is your
This
last
is what happens
time
in
at the-
authoritarian regimes.
This is your last time at the table with the rest of us.
I don't remember a lot from this week. It was a short week.
And it's
And
been
you're
busy.
busy. No.
And yeah, I have.
But the week before.
No, she was here.
She was
I was
here.
here the
Oh,
week
oh,
before.
she was here.
Yeah, I talked about Cedar Point, but and how I fainted on one of the rides.
She fainted on one of the rides because it went like this. I listened to this part. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't faint the second time because Brian was annoying me.
Distraction. I'm
He
sure
was-
that was
yeah.
his
He
whole
was like, "Why
plan.
aren't your arms up? Why are you being the bum?" So,
Wow.
Teasing you.
but yeah, I don't think I've been sitting still a lot, and it's all a blur. But I think the highlight was like yesterday. It was pretty cool. Seeing everybody for the last time, seeing all my friends.
Everybody
seeing my
together.
pictures. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I've never seen all the people I love together before. So,
Except for Dan. We missed you, Dan. Come on.
yeah. Izzy was there though.
You want another piece of bread?
Was there. And there
Don't
was-
break a tooth.
But yeah, that's basically it.
What'd you do earlier in the week? Are you packed?
You came down here and talked to me.
I did talk to Dan.
Nice.
And I also like brought in like what was they? What were the chocolates? And I brought something in for Dan because he called me.
Yeah, because it was a cake I ordered for July 4th,
Oh yeah.
and I was afraid it was going to melt on the front
Yeah.
porch, so Diya brought it in.
Oh, yeah, that's so nice. What is Dan going to do without you? Dan?
It's going to be a problem.
I know, she's like really good visitor.
She came down so quick she didn't even put her shoes on.
I did not have it. That's right. I was in
Yeah.
pajamas with no shoes on. But I hope.
How much she loves you, Dan.
I'm trying to convince JT to come and talk to you because I think he'll really like you.
Who?
So maybe
John Thomas.
Maybe he'll take my place.
Oh, good.
John Thomas. He wants John
He
Thomas.
really wants to be on the podcast.
Oh, he does.
He does.
Oh, good to
He
know.
asks me quite a bit like about it, and he's a little jealous too, which I like.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Well, I mean, it's a slow application process. There's got to be vetted.
Right.
That's right.
He's been in
You have to be
Finland. We got to
approved
make
by
sure he's not a foreign agent.
Yeah, we got work to do on that. Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. And I'm not cracked, but it was great.
How many bags do you have?
I have like 2 big ones and 1 little one and a book bag. Yeah.
And what are you going to miss the most?
Food and people. Yeah.
What food?
Mexican food.
Interesting.
Do
We
you
won't-
have
We
Mexican?
have good creamer and ice cream.
Yeah.
Those 2.
And what are you looking forward to?
Food. Like Indian food. And seeing my parents.
Nice.
Friends.
Do you have Mexican restaurants in India?
Not as many. They're not as good.
There you go. If you decide not to be a doctor, you could corner the Taco Bell market.
Oh, you
Right.
could become a Mexican.
What I do, Danny?
That is a good idea.
Mexican food baron.
Maybe. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, Paulie? Other than thinking about Southbound.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, that's like a daily activity, Dan, right?
Will you put some
Well,
watermelon in my
unfortunately,
plate?
I went to a funeral on Monday. Cheryl's Aunt Mary, who was 2 days shy of 95. She and I had the same birthday, actually.
Wow.
Well, happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday,
She-
Paul.
Yeah, June 25th. So she passed up in near St. Henry. We were at.
But you're older than 50.
Yeah, a little bit. But not 94 like Aunt Mary. So we're up in Cranberry Prairie, which is near St. Henry, Minster, that area, at St. Francis Church. And outside the immediate family, which is kind of large because Aunt Mary had 9 kids, but outside the immediate family, I was like almost the youngest person there. But that's okay. It was, it's a Monday, funeral. Everyone's working. But it was.
Well, I mean, those are Aunt Mary's contemporaries.
Those are Aunt Mary's contemporaries.
Are they alive?
Some of her, because she has, I think, 2 siblings, maybe 3 that are still alive.
Are they older than her?
No.
You know, when Sam's grandmother died, there was nobody. She was last.
Yeah. And one thing
It was
that,
Sam and I
one thing that
and his mother.
Aunt Mary had done before she
Few others.
retired. She used to coordinate, as a business, like all the meals for like a wedding reception.
Oh, nice.
And so
Oh, yeah.
years ago, I talked to her about the ins and outs of that, and she had driven the cost down, a lot because of family, getting involved with the marriage, would do, contribute labor, like peeled potatoes and all that. And then turns out the funeral meals or the post-funeral meals are pretty much exactly the same as the wedding meals.
Are they Catholic?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that was
There's
Monday.
probably that shredded chicken, the big roasters.
Yes, there was
I know this meal. I know what this meal looks
very
like.
much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Northwest.
It's
Ohio.
Northwest
Yeah.
Ohio and
Yeah.
Southeast
Nailed it.
Indiana and Northeast Indiana. Same, yeah.
And then Dan on I think what was it, Wednesday on July 1st, I celebrated Canada Day by watching the U.S. Bosnia Herzegovina match.
Are you a citizen now?
No, it's gonna take months.
I watched it by finishing Heated Rivalry, which is so hot. And the guy's from Canada, and he has a Canada fleece on, and it's really hot. Heated Rivalry.
We had somebody organized a watch party at the Cincinnati Curling Club, and so I don't know, a couple dozen of us were there to watch the U.S. match. I tried to get everyone excited about the goals, so I did the the Spanish announcer or Mexican announcer, like goal. Nobody was having any of that, which I'm kind of disappointed. Like, let's get in the spirit of things. But anyway, that was pretty much my week.
I interrupted you a lot. Did that bother you?
No.
Okay, good.
I said yes.
Heated rivalry, you guys.
Worth it.
Worth it, listeners.
Nan,
Check it out.
after somebody's known you for 2 or 3 days, they realize you're going to interrupt them a lot.
I know, I just feel like there's so many men that interrupt people all the time. I need to try to balance the field as much as possible by
We're doing
moving
the
it on the
misogyny
other
even
end.
before we get to the movie.
It's in my bones, Dan. I just, as a person with a vagina, I just feel it all
There
the
we go.
time.
So by me saying no about the interruption, are you going to try harder next time? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just I really was
All right.
curious. I felt like it was a nice conversation. I just kept on popping in on it, but then I was like, I think he's annoyed.
No, maybe I just attribute it to you being a podcaster. But
There you
don't
go.
do that on your podcast, really.
No, I try to let people. I do every once in a while say, hey, what about this?
Yeah.
Okay, Katie did.
Well, it was a really short week in a lot of ways, but
Because it's Friday and we're here.
yeah, I crammed in a lot of work this week. And campaign things are starting to heat up. No pun intended. for my
Also,
boss.
95 days to early vote.
95 days to early voting
Yeah.
in Ohio. So
Unless they take that away because they're going to militarize the election. But anyway.
What could happen? Yeah, so a lot of work, a lot of evening. And then today I was at the City of Dayton's first parade in a really long time.
Who knew?
It was cool.
Yeah, what did you think?
Hot? I thought it was
It
hot.
wasn't as big as the Pride Parade.
Yeah, I don't
It wasn't
think-
as fun.
I don't think many people knew about it.
But it was still pretty cool.
It was hot. It wasn't
It was
cool.
It was hot. There were people dancing.
And it was hot.
Cheerleaders and little kids.
Yeah. I mean, it was a parade, so we were there, and it was very hot. And now there's another one tomorrow.
Are you Centerville tomorrow?
Yeah.
In Huber?
Yes. We have a group in Huber. We have a group in Centerville.
These are things I do not miss,
But
Dan
yeah, this
Garris.
is Amy Acton actually was at Dayton's parade today. Which is a little shocking. Wasn't a very big parade, but hopefully it served its purpose for her.
Short.
Yeah.
Not long. It's hot.
So
Dan,
anyway,
what'd you
that's
do?
it. What'd you do?
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Sorry.
After the podcast, Jane got up Monday morning and we bid adieu, and she loaded up her car, which she calls Blue Bonnet, and headed back to Wichita Falls. Got back, drove halfway to Missouri, spent the night at a hotel that she had spent when she came up here, and then finished her journey. And she did report that after all Ohio people talking about Buc-ee's, that she did stop at a Buc-ee's on the way home.
What'd you think of it?
Well, she did confirm they have very clean restrooms, and she does like their chicken salad. I guess they got good chicken salad. So she
I've
got
never
back,
been in one.
So she got back safe and sound, so I was happy about that. Then on, that was Monday, and then on Tuesday, I forget what I did. And then and then on Wednesday, I went out to House of 10,000 Picture Frames
Oh, yay.
for the framing of another thing that has come my way.
Oh, my God.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's at the House of 10,000 Picture Frames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it, but it's coming
This
back
seems to
here.
be somewhere in this house.
Yeah, I have I think I'm going to have to hang it outside. I have absolute.
It's that ginormous thing, right?
And I picked up one today that's in my car waiting for Marty to come bring it in because it is massive.
Where are you going to put that?
I'm not sure.
You're going the wrong direction here,
No, I'm
Garrus.
not.
Yes, you are.
You do you, I'll do me.
Wrong direction.
Nah. Yeah. So then anyhow, then I had the LaBelle pod and the 208 pod came for taco dinner. Marty made tacos for us. So that was a wild, rambunctious time. Everybody was going crazy. And then Thursday, Nicole came, the cleaning lady who hadn't been here for 2 weeks because she was on vacation. So I had a nice catch up with her. And then Wednesday night, I did watch the USA soccer game. Really happy about
What a
that.
game, yeah.
What a game.
You guys were texting about it.
Yeah. And then today, got up, got dressed, went to Legacy, saw some people. Well, I picked up the picture that's in my car right now and drove 20 miles an hour from 10,000 Picture Frames out to West Carrollton. Everybody flipping me off and honking on me because I had my walker in the back and I didn't want it to smash this thing because this thing is as big as the back of my car. And I couldn't put it in the trunk because I got a wheelchair there. So I was driving very slowly. And a lot of people flipping me off, coming right up on my bumper.
Did you put your hazards on?
There was no reason to have my hazards on.
If you're going 20 miles an hour.
Well, I was maybe going 21 or 22.
They might have appreciated the hazards.
Now, people are just jerks driving now.
Oh.
And I'm glad I'm not a Muni Court judge anymore because, man, the way people drive now, if they'd have been driving, you know, the problem with driving right now in this city, in this country, is we don't have enough police to enforce traffic laws. And that's just going to get worse and worse. Well, you know, in Dayton, if you have an accident, the police don't come unless the ambulance has got to come and take somebody away. And it's just turned into the Wild West. Go up Main Street sometime. You know, they did that road diet that you guys came up with, and people use the turning lanes for like passing lanes. They're cutting in and out, this and that, because
I've heard that.
there is absolutely no traffic enforcement anymore anywhere, and they wonder
Just
why
camera.
vehicular homicides and wrecks are going up. Well, duh. But anyhow, I had fun at Legacy.
Okay, time out. The vehicular homicides are going up.
Well, I mean, wrecks that cause people to die.
Yeah, that is going up because actually they did a study on it in the New York Times 2 weeks ago, and it's because the kind of car that
yeah.
we build is bigger now. So
Yeah.
while wrecks have actually gone down, deaths have gone up because of
Everybody's got a huge
everybody
car.
has to have a huge car. I think that's probably because men have gotten smaller penises, and so they need bigger cars.
Oh, God.
So that's probably what's happened. So
Who's
really, we could.
What dog is that walking?
On task.
Not to mention the obstacles with the red light cameras.
Right, exactly. I don't see a dog at all.
And the distraction.
Right there, it's a big white dog.
I think it's a big factor too.
Yeah.
Where's the dog?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right
Like-
there.
Yeah.
I do not. Do you guys see a dog? I don't see a dog.
How can you not see that dog?
From the dog?
There's not a dog there.
Yes, there's a dog right there. You're blind. You're blind as a bat.
Oh, I do see the dog now.
There's a dog.
He just
Okay.
pooped in my yard. The guy picked it up.
It's not a squirrel. It's a dog.
Okay, I'm
There was
sorry.
a dog.
There was a dog, but I couldn't see it because of this, and I was like, "What are you talking?"
Nan was in the only spot that couldn't
How
see
about
the
some
dog.
food?
Is it a
I
straight
thought-
slimy dog?
I thought Dan was like screwing with me
I know.
about
No.
this dog just to
You,
get me to
you
stop.
couldn't see it
No, he
because
just stare at you.
you couldn't see it because you had to somehow put a penis in it. So, as we get closer to the movie, this is just going to be really special tonight. I look forward to a lot of money for the Virginia Mod Platt Empowerment Fund.
Oh, you fucking know it.
That's $1. That's $5 right there from
That's
Sam.
right.
Okay, so anyhow, that's what I did. So, I think it's time to move on to the movie.
You think?
Is it time?
It's time.
Do you need more food?
Nope.
Did you like the salads?
Don't bother me when I'm compiling myself to move
Oh
on.
my! I'll have to watch
What about
the.
the rest of you?
There was like.
Okay.
Very good. Thank
Already?
Okay,
Selection.
we're ready for the movie. Tonight we are doing, I think, our 31st movie. It is 1958 Best Picture, Gigi. It won against Auntie Mame, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, The Defiant Ones, and Separate Tables.
Tough year.
It got 8
There were at least
Oscars.
movies in that were better than the.
It got 8 Oscars that at that time beat the record of Gone with the Wind. It actually won more Oscars than Gone with the Wind. Got it for Best Picture.
There's a theme there.
Yeah.
Is it worse than Gone with the
It got Best Picture. Direct.
Somehow.
Well, it depends if
Sorry,
racism
dude.
or pedophilia bothers you more.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
No, no.
You guys,
No.
you already
sorry.
hijacked it. Go
Oh
on.
no, please.
sorry.
Nope,
Sorry.
I'm done.
No, please.
You already hijacked it. Go ahead.
No, we did it. No, we didn't. No, we did it.
We'll behave. We'll behave.
Think of the listeners.
Okay. Well,
Who is he calling?
I don't know. He's calling in other people to do his podcast with him.
Is Marty available?
Eddie, your dad needs help. Get up here.
Reinforcements.
Okay, I am either going to get
You
through.
get through.
Get through it.
I'm either going to get through my comments, or I am done on the movie, of explaining what the movie is and the history of the
You got
movie
it.
before you guys, who have said for months you're going to
true.
tear it to shreds. So we already know you're going to tear it to shreds. So I'm either going to, I got to do tough love here tonight. I'm either going to get through what I got to say, which is based on what the movie said and da 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 da, and how it was produced, and then you guys can rip it to shreds, or I'm done, and I'll go watch whatever World Cup game's on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, does Nan and Kate agree? Because they're the ones that are causing all the problems here tonight. Oh, they're just looking at me. Okay.
Please
I'm going to
go-
try it once again.
Please go ahead.
It won 8 Oscars, which at that time beat Gone with the Wind for the most Oscars. It got it for Best Picture, which I already said who it was up against. It got it for directing with Vincent Minnelli, who was Liza Minnelli's father. It got it for writing, screenplay based on material from another medium. It got cinematography, color. That was back when they were still doing color and black and white. It got for art decoration, which they said art decoration, set decoration. It got it for costume design. It got it from film editing. It got it for music song. And it got it for scoring a musical picture. And an honorary Oscar was awarded to Maurice Chevalier for his contributions to the world of entertainment for more than half a century. All right, Eddie heard the clarion call. He's up here. Okay, Gigi was Hollywood's answer to Broadway's My Fair Lady, which had opened in New York in 1956 and also featured a captivating musical score by Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lowe, and an awesome costumes by Cecil Beaton. The basis for the new project was a 60-page novelette by the French writer Colette, which became a French play, later a French movie, and finally a Broadway play with Audrey Hepburn. The latest reincarnation had a blithe spirit and a French sense of humor. In Paris 1990, a teenage girl is trained by a wealthy aunt to be a courtesan in the tradition of her family, only to eventually upset the plan by opting for marriage. The cast included Hermione Gilgood, Louis Jordan, and Leslie Caron, plus Maurice Chevalier, Isabelle Jeans, Eva Gabor, and Jacques Baroque. Okay, then finally, let me read one more thing, and then you guys can begin your systematically dismantling of this movie. And so, since it was a musical, it had the following songs. Just to start things off, Thank Heaven for Little Girls, then It's a Bore, The Parisians, Gossip, She's Not Thinking of Me, The Night They Invented Champagne, which is why I wanted to have all the champagne tonight, I Remember It Well, which is my favorite song from the entire movie, Gaston's Soliloquy, Gigi, I'm Glad I'm Not Young Anymore, and then finally Say a Prayer for Me Tonight. So that's the movie, that's what it was based on, that's all the Oscars it won, and that's all the red meat that Nan Whaley needs, so chew it up.
I really agreed that the song, Yes, I Remember It Well, it was a great
It's a
song.
great song.
That's all I got to say about it. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, aren't you going to say something about the movie?
No, I don't think it just.
gonna
Like,
go-
I decided Sam should have first hit on this.
We'll go
I also
around.
don't need to say anything.
We'll go around.
Go ahead, Sam.
So yeah, on the positive side, that song was good. The costumes and the sets were very good. On the negative side, this movie really creeped me out. I really struggled even to get through it, and worse, it bored me.
Just like the song.
Exactly.
It's a
Thought of
bore.
that.
It was a bore. Yeah, I thought it was a bore, but yeah, the Thank Heaven for Little Girls song was just so creepy. I think if Jeffrey Epstein had lived in France 120 years ago, this would have been a movie about him, and that's how he would have behaved. And so it's the worst movie for me. I did not enjoy it. It made my skin crawl.
Well, Diya didn't watch it,
You didn't
I
watch
did
it.
not watch it. And I don't
We don't recommend it.
and Eddie didn't watch it.
Well, I mean, I didn't care for it, but I have a bias against musicals in general. On the screen, I like them on the stage. So that, I mean, I just didn't like that. It would have been interesting. I know we're watching these in chronological order, but it would have been interesting to watch an American in Paris and this back to back, since they're both produced by Arthur Freed. Obviously, both set in Paris, and obviously both musicals. So it'd be really interesting because I think this had a lower production value. Like what I didn't, I guess some of it was filmed on site or on location.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was really weird. Cause
Yeah,
like in the
some of it
yeah.
was, and you could see a little bit of it, but I think there's only a few scenes. It was
Yeah.
like you can pick out like a fountain and the Alexander Bridge on a scene,
Yeah.
but I didn't see much more than
But they're like
that.
riding the buggy, and they're clearly, on
Yeah.
a studio,
Yeah.
right?
Well, American in Paris, they only shot the beginning
Yeah.
scene, and everything
That's
else
right.
was on a
That's right.
soundstage.
I think part for me, part of the problem is like we're coming right off the bridge on the River Kwai, right, where it's filmed, in
Entirely on
on the
location.
in the
So good,
jungle, and
yeah.
such the panoramic views, and then we go to this where they're clearly using sound stages. So that's kind of unfair to the movie, but it kind of colored my enjoyment, and I just don't like the plot. Again, musicals aren't my thing. I didn't realize it won so many Oscars. But yeah, when the song is a bore, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of how I felt about the movie. I just didn't find it that interesting. That's all.
Catherine Ann, don't disappoint me, girl.
Well,
I mean, go to it. You guys have been
You-
hammering on this movie for months.
yeah, no, I mean it's as bad as we've been talking about for months too. I mean, like Sam said, it's creepy. You know, right out the gate, thank heavens for little girls. She's like 15. Right?
14.
14. Leslie Caron is supposed to be like
14
years old. And she's, you know, in real life, she was 26 playing a 14-year-old. And, you know, Louis Jourdan is 30 and, like, playing a 30-year-old character. And you're just, right out of the gate, it's jarring in so many ways. And the song, Thank Heavens for Little Girls, like, it's so... Sadly, like, Maurice Chevalier is an actor that I like, and he can be very charming, and his role in this is so gross.
He's a groomer.
He's a groomer. I mean, it's so gross. And, you can't shake this vibe the whole time. And, you know, I get it that these are actors in their 20s and 30s, but she's playing a 14 and then a 15-year-old. She gets... You know, she's being groomed to be a prostitute for this 30-year-old. And it's gross. And, you know, I just, the whole thing, I also agree with Sam, like, it's just not a very, if you can see past all that, it is not an entertaining movie. It is boring. It is 2 hours that is pretty boring.
To get to where you know it's going to end up.
You know it's going to end up.
Yeah.
You know, out of the other movies nominated, I mean,
I haven't seen the others.
I think The Defiant Ones is a better movie. I think Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is probably a better movie. It's really stunning to me that it was so successful at the Oscars. And, you know, I think, like, 10 to 20 years later, it would not have been, like, nominated, right? I just think, like, there was still a nostalgia for the time period. There was still a nostalgia for, like, the big Hollywood musical.
This is the first first musical in a while, right? No, we had another one.
No, we had one recently.
American in Paris.
American in Paris, yeah.
But we're about to go on a run.
Right.
I think, like, in the next
There's a lot.
8 to
Sound
9
of
years.
Music's coming up. West Side
it's
Story.
kind of
My
like-
Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady.
Yeah, these
Oliver.
big
Oliver, yeah.
these
Oliver.
big musicals again.
But there's also much better than this one.
I would agree with that. I think, like, your point about An American in Paris is well taken. Like, a much better movie.
One is like artistically beautiful.
Artistically,
Yeah.
the plot, everything. I mean, it just, creepy and boring. I think are good descriptors for this. I also just, on a side note, like, they dubbed Leslie Caron's
Yes,
singing
I was
voice,
gonna
which I
say.
didn't like.
Yeah.
You know, she's not the only star of the era to, like,
My
have
Fair
that
Lady.
happen. Audrey Hepburn and My Fair Lady, but, like, others who were in these musicals get, you know, and it's always seems to be a female getting their voice dubbed for whatever reason. And, you know, I didn't care for the voice dubbing. I think it's usually pretty obvious that it's happening, and it kind of takes you out of the movie. In this case, I didn't mind that much.
Well, yeah, I think when she was dubbed too, like, it'll be interesting when we watch My Fair Lady. Like, you kind of know that Hepburn's being dubbed, but it's not as obvious as it was in this one.
It didn't seem quite as obvious. But
Mhm.
yeah, I just really, you know, I know that there's something to be said for trying to, like, divorce current day feelings and thoughts and norms from, like, and try to put yourself into this, like, okay, if I was sitting here, you know,
In 1957
or 58 watching this movie, like, would I have found it charming? I don't know. That's the whole point. It's like, I can't divorce myself from what I think in 2026 and the experience I have and the history that has passed since then. So to me, it's very disturbing, you know, in a lot of ways, but it's just, yeah.
Well, I think what's interesting, I was talking to someone about all these movies because, you know, we still haven't really seen a black person in a movie yet. And and we're in 1957, right? So
Yeah, not too many.
besides like
Well,
Gone with the
which
Wind
is
when they were, and then there was
terrible
like one,
portrayal.
Yeah.
there was one black guy that never got picked and on the waterfront.
There's the piano player
And the piano- so, like, you can
Casablanca.
count them all.
You can count them on one hand.
And so it just,
Sam.
it
Not a-
just,
not a
and
diverse-
well, and it just
yeah.
kind of shows like how American culture during this time was so driven by like its whiteness
Yeah.
and its maleness. And so, like, this is another example. I think too, like, even like like it's easy to talk about the pedophilia
Yeah.
in this movie. This movie is so incredibly anti-woman, even if you take out that he wants to make a 14-year-old his whore. You know, the way that he treats the other women because they're looking at some other man and so they get drug out. Like, there is not a positive reinforcement about a woman in this entire movie.
Right.
Now, is she an actual prostitute? Like,
Yes.
prostitute?
Yes.
She is groomed,
I think you
literally
would call it a
groomed,
high-end prostitute.
A courtesan.
It's all gay.
Yeah.
is what
Oh.
they called it in the movie, right?
Yeah, they call it's like the French word is
Kept
courtesan.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It kept-
Until they're tired of her. Because they even say
Right.
that, like, well, until you're tired of me, and then
Right.
you move. Like, it'll be a nice 4 months, I think they
Which
say in the
we
movie.
saw early in the movie, as you said.
Yeah.
The Ava Gabor character.
Because she's such a
Eva.
bore.
Yeah.
Eva.
Ava Gabor, whatever.
Yeah, because she's, you know, because she gets bored, and then, like, it's for the men to decide. So, but I think that's my takeaway. Like, I love this project because you see, like, how American history and American culture is seen and how, like, it is so very dominated by its whiteness and its maleness.
Yeah.
And that's what you see. And this movie is just, like, the
It's
epitome
in
of it.
your
And
face,
and
yeah.
it's in your face. And the movie sucks.
It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually, like, there's a lot of that in movies, but there's still really good movies. Like, you know, On the Waterfront. Excellent. You know, there's that piece in Casablanca. It still has that, but it's an excellent movie. It kind of shows when it's either, like, over the top, i.e. Gone with the Wind, or it's really fucking bad, like Gigi. So, that's my take on it.
I think you'll like this film. Should watch
You
it.
probably were. You probably will, Eddie. Says a lot about you.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I didn't have the DVD I had didn't have any thing on it other than the movie,
Commentary.
and I could have watched it in French, but it did have the trailer. So I wrote down the trailer, which, you know, would have been the previews for people. And the trailer is Gigi is dedicated to your zestful entertainment, a feast for your heart and scenes in eyes, thrilling in your heart and scenes. Your eyes will see thrilling cinemascope and metro color lilting in with the exciting melodies of Lerner and Lair. And then Life magazine had this to say about it: gay, tuneful, lovely. The New York Times said the My Fair Lady of filmdom. The Daily News said highest ratings. The Herald Tribune said will probably run for 3 years. And then Time Magazine said feast for eyes and ears. So anyhow, that's how it was portrayed, and that's how the reviewers came out. Now, I don't disagree with anything y'all said about the movie, and it being a young girl and grooming and all that. Unfortunately, that is part of human history. This movie just didn't make up courtesans. They've been around forever, and it's wrong, but it's been around forever. They did somewhat kind of try to glorify it in this movie. But like in every movie I watch, I try to get at least something that was worth listening to, or that was some funny lines. And I did really like that song, I Remember This.
That was good.
Because that was
Yeah,
that was
I-
good.
Yeah.
that was such a good song, okay? And, you know, there were some kind of funny lines in it from, especially from the the aunt, who was quite the successful, opinionated woman about how to do things. And one of the things she said was, instead of getting married at once, we get married at last. I thought that was an interesting thing to say. And then another thing she said was, without knowledge of jewelry, a woman is lost. And then she went on that thing about a topaz among the jewels. Are you mad? There were just little cultural things like that, I just thought were funny, So there was a couple lines like that. I thought one of her best lines the old aunt had when she looked at Gigi's teeth, she said, "With teeth like that, I could have devoured all of Paris and most of Europe." I mean, that's some pretty funny lines. I mean, it's in maybe a sad movie, but it's some pretty funny lines. Eva Gabor, who I have an autographed picture of somewhere in this house.
Oh, somewhere in this house.
Drink.
Because she was in Green Acres.
Yeah.
And I was a big fan of Green Acres. So I do have an autographed picture of her somewhere in this house. And then the other thing, it's just, they're just some little funny things in this movie that, when Gaston broke up with her, she committed suicide again. In the papers. And I thought that was funny because we still do that. All that tabloid stuff.
Yep.
And we're going through that right now with Taylor and Kelsey getting married.
I am very excited about it.
Yeah, well, you are about the wedding, but I mean, and it's the same thing we're doing now 120 years later. And I thought, oh my God, she did kill herself, but oh no, she's done this before. And it's like, well, what does she do? Insufficient poison. And I mean, I'm sorry, I thought that was funny. Now maybe it's in a sad movie, but I thought that was funny.
Look,
that doesn't justify the movie.
I like the song. I like the song you like too. I just think, what is depressing to me about this is that it won the Best Picture.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, because we're in 1957 now.
58.
Yeah, Okay, we're in 1958. We're getting ready to get close to the movement of we're 14 years away from Roe. We're getting close to this, and how far culturally we are for women. It's just kind of shocking.
It says a lot about the voters
and
the Academy
voters.
Too.
That's what I'm saying about I look at these movies, and I don't want you to misunderstand me. I look at these movies and I be clear, I love this project. I would never do this project if we weren't doing this. This is super fun, but it is shocking to me. Yeah. Around the it's like a study in American culture about what is popular, and you're wow, that was 1958. Yeah. I thought they would be further along on that. That's what surprises me.
Well, they didn't run for 3 years.
Yeah, that's good.
They thought it was going to run for 3 years. It did not run for 3 years.
Yeah, it doesn't age well at all, right? What's scary, as we think about these movies over time, how popular Gone with the Wind stayed.
It's your mom's favorite movie.
Yeah, right. That's wild to me. Good thing this one didn't. People still talk about Gone with the Wind. That has quite a statement on racism in America, right?
Oh,
yeah.
So at least we've moved from Jeffrey Epstein is bad. That's a good sign, right? But that's my point. When I watch the movie, I think, God, this won Best Picture.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's
And all these awards, right?
It won more awards
than Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, that's wild. 1958.
Yeah.
Well, and that might have been because they had more awards then too.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look at this. These movies are supposed to be, and this is what. So I think Katharine Graham, right, in the Washington Post, she said that Phil Graham said that the first run of the paper is the first run of history, right? That's what the newspaper is every day. It was the first cut at history, and I thought that's always a really great way to think about the newspaper. Probably why you like them, Dan, is because it's the hot take of what history is. And these movies are like a little more of that, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
a
you're,
snapshot.
it's a hot take, a
Uh-huh.
little more of a snapshot of what is culturally relevant in American culture at that time and what's acceptable and what pushes the envelope. And I think we'll have this conversation even more as we get into the modern day, because we'll be like, what were they thinking?
Yeah.
Like in
Oh, yeah,
2000,
there are
2010.
definitely still
Yeah.
movies like that to come.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of how I think about these movies, is like what was acceptable and what was like voted on as like culturally relevant in the time, and then you're like, my God, this?
Well, and judging it in the context of what was around it, right?
Yeah.
Like these 4 other movies that were nominated.
Yeah, I love that you tell us the other
Yeah,
movies, because
like-
that gives, even though only Kate's seen them, I haven't seen
Well,
them.
just
but-
like, they're not the only 5 movies released in a year, so you think of like the breadth of what gets released in any given year, and it's already a hard task to like cull that down to a handful of movies that then you're gonna crown the best. It's very subjective. It's, the makeup of the Academy has, there's been controversy about that at different points
forever,
in
yeah.
history, right? And like Nan pointed out, like this feels, 1958. What's been kind of winning and edging out other movies that I thought were better. The to her point about the white male, like clearly still dominating that space, and her other point about things to come is, we know from the news and other things, like that continued probably far longer than it ever should have, right? That there's been controversy about who makes up these groups that are
Yeah.
voting on these.
Yeah,
things.
Oscar So White or
And
whatever, yeah.
Oscar So White, like,
Yeah.
so it's like who's voting and who's getting nominated, and it's like, it tells us a lot about what's going on
in that year.
in that year.
I think too, like, I just think in the, like, women's frame, as, Dan loves that I like to sit here in the female frame about this stuff. It is, as you think about from like 1920, women got the right to vote, right? 1920. And they worked on that for 80, 90 years, as we've talked about, and Virginia's legacy in that work. And then from 1920 to 1972, 1973, Roe passed. And so in that 53 years, the movement of women's rights was pretty swift, right? Because it took like 90 years for the right to vote to then to have reproductive freedom.
Our foot in the door,
Yeah,
right?
so 53 years. And so, but you think it's like it happened much faster, and then you see a movie like this in the cultural norm, and you're like, no, that was still like very present. You know what I mean? So I think that's the other thing, and that you realize like how fragile it is, because this wasn't that long ago, and this is what they were saying. So
Well, the ERA never passed.
it never passed. It
never-
never passed.
It finally passed its 38th state after it had already expired,
I know.
like 10 years earlier.
I know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that just is the piece. And like I tell everybody that we do this project, and it's interesting when I talk to my friends that are black, they're like, "Are you worried about women?" Like in these
Yeah.
movies, and then you're like, "Oh yeah,
Very
like
good
Yeah,
point.
they're not even in the
they're not
movie," and
even
that's true. Like
represented.
you're like, "Oh yeah, like that's like."
Well, and see, that's the thing. The other movies nominated in this year, I think that's what's so fascinating about this winning. all
The
these
Defiant
awards.
ones have Sidney Poitier in it.
Yeah, the Defiant ones. I mean, there were.
There were like you're starting to
movies,
see it
and
in
there were,
movie, yeah.
Raisin in the
this-
Sun.
Yeah.
In this era, you're starting to see like important movies in that space that I think today are viewed as like almost historical like artifacts of
Yeah, that's a
film,
good point.
right? And like the fact that in the moment it was still a movie like Gigi getting recognized, it's like, oh yeah, that lens of history. And again, going back to like, I can't not see things through my 2026 lens and like what I know to be, it's like, so you just kind of, I try to take it all with a grain of salt, but
Sometimes it's too big of a.
it's too
It's
big.
too big of
I
a.
choke on that grain. It's too many grains. So.
Well, we are on the eve of 250th of the
We
Declaration of
are.
Independence.
Here we are.
We are a nation of ideas, and we continue to try to strive to get there. But I do have one question from this movie that I need to ask Nan and Sam.
Yes, the best thing about this movie is we get French wine tonight
And cheese.
and cheese. Yeah, yeah.
Because
and champagne.
it's like, have some cheese.
Yeah.
Marie says that to Gaston, have some cheese.
Yes.
Do you pick Sam's cigars and roll them, smell them?
No, I do not do that.
Well, have you ever thought about doing that?
I might have to tonight.
You
Put them
might,
under my
you
nose.
might get a better piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
That
I'm
might
not-
get you a
I'm
better
not
piece of jewelry.
renegotiating our deal. It's already done.
We've got women's rights here. I'll sue for you.
No. The best thing about this movie, though, is the French food on this table.
We had some good French food. Okay, well, I think we're done with the movie. The next movie is it Ben-Hur?
Yeah, it's Ben-Hur.
Judah
But
Ben-Hur.
hey, can I say, since we missed Bridge on the River Kwai, excellent movie.
Oh,
I'm sad we
yeah.
missed it.
I wish we
The-
could have talked
the
about it.
ending.
That was awesome.
The
Well,
end-
you can.
What have I done? What have I? Did he have Stockholm syndrome? Is that what that guy had?
He was blinded by his own.
Well,
I think a lot of it's about hierarchy too,
Yeah.
and
Hierarchy,
following
yeah.
orders.
well, and he wanted to give his battalion a sense of worth and doing something. Plus, he also wanted to prove that the British were stronger and better and
So
smarter
ego, yeah.
than the Japanese.
Yeah.
But he took it to the end to be like,
Well,
save, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought,
And you two had never seen this movie
never
before.
saw it till today.
Yeah.
It was great.
Just to let everyone know, even though we miss, we still watch the movie. We are committed to this project in a very real way.
Now, has everybody here seen Ben-Hur?
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You guys have never. How have you lived this long and never? You're like people that have never saw Star Wars.
I've seen Star Wars.
It's
I've watched Ben-Hur
I
like
mean-
15 times.
It's-
on Easter. around
Yeah, they used to,
Easter.
but
It's
not
Ben
anymore, yeah.
Ben-Hur or Heated Rivalry. I don't know. I don't know, Dan.
Oh man, there is nothing better than Ben-Hur. Oh man,
What?
Ben-Hur is a great movie.
Is it?
man.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
excited.
yeah.
I mean, I've heard a lot about it, so I'm excited. We're
It's a
going to
great
watch it
movie.
in 2 sittings, you all. So, because it's a 3-hour, it's 3.5-hour
And
one.
so since it's well, we have an option. We can either have Italian or we can have Jewish. Either one.
Oh, maybe
Because
Italian's
Judah
easier.
Ben-Hur.
Italian.
Huh?
Italian?
It well, yeah. He saves the Roman admiral and becomes his son. Whoa, look at me. He saves the Roman admiral
I know
and
the
he
story. I'm just like, really?
well, then he becomes a prince of Rome.
Well,
And he
that's
goes back
true.
with the ring. He's a prince of Rome.
He does have the.
Italian's easier to make than Jewish. That's why I was like, we'll do Italian.
Yeah, but we could order it from that new Jewish deli, which is supposed to be
What's
great.
the Jewish deli?
best.
All the best. Oh, it's supposed to be magnificent.
I went to it. It was fine.
Everybody that I've talked to that's eaten there says it's like New York City.
Okay.
Nan
sponsored.
obviously doesn't think that. But anyhow, we're not
I went
we're
this
not
week.
critiquing their food tonight.
Yes. Well, they're
So-
not an official sponsor, so we're not going
Right.
to do anything. We don't want to
But
get sued.
so anyhow, we're going to do Ben-Hur next week. But now we all have to say our farewells
And to Diya.
to our dear Diya.
Diya.
I miss you.
And if we don't get her crying, we're not worth our weight in gold.
Oh.
All right, do you want me to start? Do you going to start?
You start.
Diya, I'm so glad that you decided to, not that you had a choice in it, to leave with Sam and I. I think the best thing that Sam and I gave you was probably your friendships with Kate and Dan.
Really?
Oh, and the dog, yes. And the dog, as I was not home very much. But you got to see the other end of the block, which I think made your experience here all the more rich. And so we look forward to ending up on your doorstep in India one day. That's the reason why we really have people stay at our house, is so we can come visit. And excited that you'll stay in touch with us because you write the best notes, which is important to me as a note writer.
Sam?
We're just so glad you came and stayed with us, and we'll miss you, but you can't take Louie with you.
She's like, oh, I got that extra suitcase for dogs.
Eddie?
See ya. See ya.
Aw.
Paul?
Dia, it was a pleasure getting to know you through these daily or weekly, podcast, and just really enjoyed listening to your viewpoints and just get to know you.
Dia always did a nice job. I'm going to interrupt Paul as I do.
Oh,
She
yeah.
always does a nice job of like making the conversation smarter.
Yes,
And we're not. This table won't be as smart without you, Dia.
it's true.
No, that's true.
It is
The
true.
protagonist, the sets.
Truly, you brought so much to the conversation here at dinner. And, just in general, it has been an absolute pleasure to get to know you. And I will miss you. Archie will miss you. But the world is getting smaller every day. And, it's easy to keep in touch. Okay? It's easy to keep in touch. And we will. Okay? So, I'm with Nan. I'm going to just show up someday. And you're always welcome. You always have a home on Wroe
Yep.
Avenue.
Always. We'll even hide you from authorities. Not that anybody's
If we
done
have
that.
to.
Not that anybody's done that.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen.
Never happens here.
It doesn't happen.
No.
All right.
Danny, what are you going to say? Dan has to
He's
count something.
counting.
He's counting.
Oh,
For our listeners, Dan is counting
he's
something.
counting.
Okay, Dia,
Yeah.
you have been such a delight to know. You're the third Rotary student I've known, and you're certainly the one that I've got to know the best. I liked the other two, the German princesses, but you have really become part of the Wroe Avenue life. And
Sure.
I am going to really, really miss you. All the help you gave getting ready for the Suffs thing that we did
Yeah.
when we sat back there and hand wrote all those things.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
I love it when I'm sitting there doing something and I turn around and you're standing above me. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yep, that works for me. It has been a delight to watch you walk up and down the street. You've become such a part of this culture here,
The fabric.
here.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, this is not the last time we're going to hear from Dia, because in 24 movies from now, we're doing Gandhi.
Oh, we're going to call in? Are we going to zoom her in?
And I got her a DVD of Gandhi that she's taking back to India with her. And somehow we've got 24 movies to figure out how we're going to do it.
I know how to do it.
And we're going to,
Graduated.
huh?
I would probably be out of school. By
Yeah, but you'll still be around and you can find a computer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. No.
Well,
No.
yeah,
No,
but
because you have 2 more years left.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's 50.
You'll be close, though.
There's 52 weeks in there.
Yeah, 52 weeks in a week.
52 weeks a
In a
year,
year. That's true.
says the weights and measures guy that calibrates
Hey,
all.
I do.
So I know it's making me
Yeah.
a little. I do.
So anyhow, Dia, there was one time one of the worst presidents we ever had, Richard Nixon. He didn't say goodbye. He said, "Au revoir," until we meet again. So that's how I look at it. I'm so looking forward to having you in India, and we're here, and we're going back and forth with you at the table, doing the and then. If you're still there, if we haven't talked you into coming to UD undergrad, we'll do Slumdog Millionaire with you too.
Oh.
So yeah,
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, that's what I said,
also-
Slumdog Millionaire.
I love Sound of Music.
Oh, you do?
What?
She loves Sound of Music.
I watched
Okay.
it at the Schuster. I love it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, so Dia,
Open invitation.
Yeah.
Maybe she could zoom in.
We'll figure it
yeah.
out. We can have her zoom in for
Okay.
Sound of Music.
Yeah.
so Dia, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You, what is so impressed me? You're a 16-year-old girl in a foreign country.
17.
Well, no,
turned
you started as a
12, yeah,
16-year-old.
I did start.
Yeah, you started as, and I remember when I was 16, I couldn't have done what you did. You came to a foreign country. You moved in with a very eclectic, bizarre. I love them all, but you moved into the Ann Charles Watts experience,
That's right.
which is wow. And then you you put the cherry on top with moving in with Nan and Sam. Oh my God.
Two extremes. Two extremes.
Well, yeah, you're all on the spectrum, but yeah, it's two extremes. What really impressed me was when Nan said, "Well, can we bring Diya?" And I'm like, "What's she going to do?" But you started watching the movies, and I can tell you this: if I was 16 years old and I was an exchange student in India, there ain't no way in hell I would have watched 15, 16, 18 classic movies from Bollywood that you have watched here from Hollywood.
Well said, Danny.
Huh?
Well said.
Yeah. So anyhow, so that's really impressed me. So of all the movies you've watched so far, just the ones we've talked about, what's your favorite movie? American in Paris?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you my copy of American in Paris to take back to India with you.
Thank you.
It's yours. It's going with you.
Nice.
You bet.
You can think of us.
So now it's your time to say whatever you want to say to us and to the loyal podcast listeners.
I've had a really good time. I really thought that this whole idea was just like unheard of, and it's kind of special. This whole block is very special, and being able to see everyone is just great, and I'm gonna miss it a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So we've still got plenty of food, and we've got those pecan pies. So with that, any final say, Nan? I think we've all had our final say, everybody. Okay. Now,
Yes.
everybody's happy 250 tomorrow. Let's see if we can get another 250. And with that, I'm going to say Godspeed and fair winds until we meet again.